What if I told you that you can learn to play your favorite songs on the piano in less time than it takes to watch an action movie? Even if you've not held a piano before. Now come closer.
There's a secret piano technique I want to show you. It's called the Country Disciple Technique. And trust me, 80% of piano teachers don't even know about this. And this is one of the reasons why you are stuck learning how to play the piano.
If you stay with me today, in a few minutes, I'm going to change your life. So I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with the key of C already, right? Well, if you don't know how to find the key of C, just watch. Now you see there are two black keys arranged. 2, 3, 2, 3. Now on the 2, just bring your hand slightly down like this. This is the key of C. Another 2 black keys, bring your hand slightly down. That is the key of C. Another 2 black keys, bring your hand slightly down. That is the key of C. Now, first of all, I want you to note that all the key of C's are the same. This key C is the same as this key C. Is the same as this key C.
Now we are going to the Country Disciple Technique. So watch carefully.
Also, I want you to note that there are 12 different notes on the keyboard, and I'm going to show you. And let's start from the key of C to this key of C. And what do we get? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You see, I told you that this key of C is the same. Remember I said there are 12 notes on the keyboard, right? And I just counted from here all the way to here. So what about here? What about here? What about... I know everything looks cluttered. So watch me very carefully. I'm going to break it down further.
So let's do it this way. On the keyboard or the piano, take from one C to another C as a country, and all the notes in that country as the disciples. So that means that there are 12 disciples in every country. So let's name the disciples. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Philip, Thomas, Bart, Peter, James, Andrew, Simon, Judas. In the US, we have Matthew. But realize that in Ghana too, there's a Matthew. And in Nigeria too, there's a Matthew. Meaning, all the 12 disciples of each country have the same name. So realize this. From this Matthew in the US to this Matthew in Ghana, the distance between them is what we call an octave. If the Matthew in US travels to the other Matthew in Ghana, it's an octave. And if he goes from US all the way to Nigeria, that is 2 octaves.
So if this is C and we said C is called Matthew, we are giving them names now. So this is Matthew. Hey Matthew, what's up?
I'm good.
So this Matthew is in the US. But there's also someone in Ghana too called Matthew. That's him. And there's also somebody in Nigeria called Matthew. Exactly. So if we move from this Matthew in the US, and this Matthew in the US travels all the way to here, we call it an octave. The distance between this Matthew and this Matthew is an octave. Now the sound that he produces is called a note. And the key is the physical object. So Matthew is the physical object. And when Matthew talks, he produces a sound, and that is the note. When Matthew talks, See, this is Matthew in US, Matthew in Ghana, Matthew in Nigeria. So all here is Ghana, all here is Nigeria, all here is US.
Now that we have this information, let me show you something that we call the melody chord technique.
You just heard me say the melody chord technique, right? So first of all, we have to define what a melody is. And like I've always said, a melody is the movement from one note to another in a systematic pattern. Movement of one note to another. Okay, so now that we know this, any of the songs you ever want to play have melodies, and they are made up of any of these notes. And we have given names to each of the notes. So if we play this, Matthew, this is Mark, but Mark in US, this is Mark in Ghana, this is Mark in Nigeria. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, John in Ghana, John in Nigeria. So they are the same notes, you see, same name, but they are in different countries. But it's the same thing, you see. the 2 black keys, 3 black keys, 2 black keys. So let's take any song, for example. We're about to find the melodies of that song. One thing that I'll advise is that before you jump into playing your favorite songs, first start learning with children's songs. And an example is Baba Black Sheep. So guys, now let's find the melody of Baba Black Sheep. Did you hear it? He said, bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. I know this is boring, but stay with me right here. So we are going to look for the bam. So where's the bam? Hum. No, hum. No, hum. No, hum. Yeah. Hum. Blah, la. No, la. No, la. No, la. That's it. La, blah, 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 yes. So, ba, ba, yeah. Exactly. So we try it. Zaba blashe have you anywhere? Yes, clap for yourselves. So now, are you guys ready? We are going to use the names that I gave them. Matthew, Peter, Andrew, Peter, Thomas, Philip, Luke, Matthew. Clap for yourselves. Oh man, this is fun. You see, we just found how to play the melody of Baba Black Sheep. It looks boring, but trust me, this is very, very important.
On our next episode, I'm going to teach you how to find chords with melodies. Until then, be creative.